Okay.
Good evening, ladies. How's everyone doing?
Good. Very good.
Look, everybody's got new hairdo except for me. Vonnie, Wendy. Ladies, I love it. I love it all. Hey guys out there, listen, we need for you to like, share, subscribe, and please leave a comment. You know, we had a wonderful comment last week from someone and they said they love our content. So you know what, guys, come on, we need you to share it. So you, because we know there are a lot of other women out there who are over 50, still wanting to date, still looking for love, because just like us, they believe there is a silver lining. Hey ladies, so last week, you know what, the topic was, why are you still single? And no one ever really answered that question. So I think we need to answer that question and let the public, let our friends know why we think we're still single, whether it's the real reason or not, because sometimes what you think is what you think, but that's not what other people might see. So Vonnie, would you like to share?
I love to share. To me, the reason I'm single is because I haven't met anybody. I mean, in order to know, to have a reason to be single or why you're not single is you need to meet somebody first. All right. So I find it very challenging living in Atlanta, meeting someone, whether you're meeting them online, whether you're meeting them through a friend or however you meet them. I've not really had it like that. You know, went out with a guy and we went out for a year and we hit every season there was and we had a great time. But when COVID came, it just dissipated. Okay. I have no idea why, you know, that was it. So, but there was no intimacy there, which one thing I will say in meeting someone, I don't want there to be intimacy in the beginning. I definitely know I want to meet and get to know a person or get to know those love languages. All right.
Okay.
So if there's a man out there that, and I have read some profiles that say, one guy I've been talking to, his profile starts out saying, I'm not Steve Harvey. If you got that 90-day rule, hit X. Okay. So what's he saying? I want the cookie right away.
Oh yeah, that's what he's saying, really. So right. Yeah, you just hit X and move on.
Right, exactly.
So Vonnie, let me ask you, so you think that a lot of it has to do with Atlanta? And if that's what you think, why specifically?
I definitely think it's Atlanta because I don't have that problem when I go elsewhere. I constantly meet men, I'm talking to men. And I have, I'm sorry. On my new job, I'm meeting a lot of men. Okay.
Okay.
Nice. More than I can say. Right. But they're married, or most of them are married, you know, or involved, you know, and they're just looking for a fling. So I'm not looking for that. So I won't say I'm not meeting men, but recently I have. But yes, I will say the difficulty to me is Atlanta. I have never met men on a regular basis in Atlanta like I do in New York or other places that I go.
Well, it sounds like the stars might be aligned for you in that silver lining, Vonnie, because you are meeting men, and you know the ones you're meeting now, they're married or in a relationship. But that's not to say that somebody might walk through that door and that might pique your interest. So I think I still have hope for you, for me, and for Wendy. So
okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Vonnie.
I said thank you.
Okay. So Wendy, why are you still single?
I don't know. The truth is, I do not know. I think maybe I might be unapproachable. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't know you're unapproachable.
Am I? I don't try to be, Vonnie, but I know the last time I went dancing with some certain ladies, I was the one kind of watching the pouches at the table. So that's a little test to say what's going on.
But you're a beautiful woman, so that's definitely not it. So, maybe that's a back conversation that we need to have together as ladies, because that's definitely that you're very attractive. So that's definitely not it. So
Thank you. I appreciate
there's
that.
something else.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It is partly what Bonnie says about meeting guys here, but yeah, where I'm from, there wasn't an issue, but that's a small town. I'm from a small town. So everybody knows each other and that kind of thing. So,
Right.
it's a little different. I have no other place to compare it to because I haven't lived in a big city other than Atlanta. So I don't meet a lot of guys on my job. Like Bonnie, I think that's a good thing that you work in a place where you do meet people.
Yes, that is awesome.
That's good. And Chris,
yeah, you would think that yes, but no.
Some possibilities come through at work is what I'm saying. Where I work is for a logistics company, but most of the men there are much younger.
Okay, they're much younger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies, for me, I can honestly say that in the past, I was told that I was unapproachable. So that's something that I tried to focus on. Hopefully I've worked on it a little bit and I'm a little bit more approachable. But for me also, for a while there, I was just trying to get into myself. I have never been afraid to travel alone, to do things by myself. So that's something that I've always done. But I wanted to just be comfortable being by myself. So I found many things that I enjoy doing. I write a blog. I write poetry. I started a t-shirt line. Sometimes I'm doing a little bit too much, I think. But I just got into me. So that's the second stage. So now it's the third stage, which is where we are now. I just haven't met anyone. And, I've been in Atlanta for a while, and I can say over the years, I'm used to meet men all the time. Everywhere I went, I met someone. And it's just not as easy as it used to be. And I'm sure there are various reasons for that. It's the makeup of men that we have here. But let me just tell you, what do you guys think? Whenever I go to a concert at Chastain Park, I see oodles and oodles of single, handsome men. Where are they at otherwise?
With the other men.
Whenever I go to concerts, I see all kinds of men by themselves, or hanging out together. So I don't know. But so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, but I still believe, there is someone for me. I'm not looking for anyone perfect, but I'm looking for the perfect person for me. I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm just looking for the right person for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically. So I think that we are all in a position, especially now that we're coming out of the pandemic, we are all in a position to meet someone, and I know that we will meet someone. 2022 is for you and me.
Well, most recently, I've just been swiping right, just swiping.
That you've been swiping. Yes. Passing them by. And you know what?
Pretty much.
I was on a site, but it's not an active site. So I need to try another site. And for me, those sites, it's just a matter of taking time to build the profile and do all that. So I'm going to find another site and I'm going to check it out, see what happens. You never know. So we'll see what happens. But you know what?
You know what, Chrissy, you like to write. See, that's good for you,
right?
In these sites, because you don't mind typing back and forth. I hate it. Okay, I'm not the perfect speller, so I always have to think before I type something, reread it, and all of that. Anyway, the guys that I have met online, the old saying, the way you start is the way you finish. So the few guys that I have met, they're all trash. They're all in the garbage because they don't keep their word. Okay, they don't keep their word. So if you say you're going to call, and you don't call, and you say, oh, let's meet, and you don't meet, then the way you start is the way you finish.
That's
Why am
true.
I going to continue to chat with you or text with you if you already started with a lie?
Yeah. And it's 1 in a million. It's really 1 in a million, because I think people do, meet people and build, wonderful relationships that are long lasting, but that's few and far between. So it's just a matter of meeting someone that really, meshes with you. You have a flow, you got a good vibe. And then you got to, how many frogs you got to kiss before you get to the prince? Quite a few sometimes,
I like to kiss one. Can I just get one?
It's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Believe me.
But it is, you're right, Bunny. It is a lot of self-promotion that you got to have your Instagram tied to it. I don't even have an Instagram. And more photos, and you got to have all these pictures of the things that you're in, you did, at the beach and then whatever vacation site. All of that is like very promotional, I guess.
Well, it's your brand. You're displaying your brand. That's your brand. Hey, Wendy, I hope if you are on a site, I hope you had that picture when we went to Panama City on the beach, where you were laying on the beach. Girl,
No, I'm not showing those kind of loins.
you didn't even put that picture out there. That is a nice picture, girl.
Honey, what it is it's a picture of me. You took it, right? Didn't you take it, girl?
Yes, I did.
I'm laying on a lounge chair, so it's all like legs and feet, from this angle here.
That's
It's
what they
a
want to
nice
see.
picture. It's a nice
That's
picture.
what they want to see. But that's the
That's the
problem.
leg.
That's the problem. We women give the men those type of pictures. Okay, we give them full figure. We
Yeah.
give them sexy. We give them, but they not giving us that. They
No.
giving us most fake.
Oh, Vonnie, you froze for a second there. Okay, Vonnie is frozen. Everyone is frozen except for me. Ladies, well, we'll wait a few minutes and hopefully everyone will unfreeze. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, ladies, I want you to
You
know.
were frozen, Chris. You were frozen.
Wait, no, you both were frozen on my side. No.
But you were frozen on our side.
I know, because I was talking. I was like, okay, we'll wait a few minutes to see what happens.
You in the Matrix.
We were all in the Matrix.
We were definitely.
Hey, so ladies, remember last week we were talking about, we had read that commentary from the controversial male writers that we know. And he believes that he has the pulse on women in general. And he asked that question, why are you still single? He gave us some examples of what he believes women think of themselves. And from his perspective, we've elevated ourselves beyond where we actually are. Basically, that's what he was saying. And as a result, we don't understand men and what they truly want. And then after listening to Wendy's commentary last week, we concluded that maybe he's referring to love languages. That in order for a woman to know a man, she must first know his love language. So I'm gonna just put the love languages out there one more time. So the first one is acts of service. So that's a man that likes to do things for you. And that's the guy that Wendy's looking for. She wants the chivalrous guy. Then we've got gift giving. This person, he likes to receive gifts, small tokens, physical touch. He likes intimacy, holding hands, rubbing his shoulder.
Okay, hold on, Chris. Hold on, because I read that in your email. So the first one, if you don't mind,
No, go ahead.
acts of service. It's really, he likes acts of service.
Right. Right, but the way that I read it is he likes doing those kinds of things. That's his love language. He likes doing those kinds of things for his partner.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, so it's like we were talking before about what our love languages were.
Right.
So now we're looking at it from the other lens.
Right, from the other side. Okay.
Exactly. So the other one, third one is physical touch. He likes intimacy, holding hands. He likes someone to rub his shoulders, and that's not very often you find that in a man, really. Do you think so?
Oh, I think it's a lot of men with
Do you?
this.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, maybe he's right. Maybe we don't know what men really want. Okay, so the next one is quality time. He likes spending quality time with his woman. And that's just at home. It could be watching a movie, it could be watching football, just kind of hanging out, laying around. And then the other is words of affirmation. He loves a supportive woman that verbalizes her support. So he's a man that thrives off of that that building, you build him up and you keep building him up, and that keeps him going. And if that keeps him going, that keeps him coming back to you as well. So maybe, so what do you guys think? Do you think that he has something, he's onto something here, that maybe that's what it is? Oh, okay, so Bonnie, you say no, so let's hear your thoughts.
I totally don't agree with him. And because I asked a couple of guys that I know, okay, and they don't even know what acts of, love language is. And I feel like I didn't know what love language was until y'all brought it up, right? So I'm feeling like at the age that we are now, we're not in that love language thing. What I feel like is you learn as you go what their love language is. So what am I supposed to do? Start out, so what's your love language? Or how do you figure out what their love language is? So you really don't know it. You don't know what their love language is until you've gone out and you see how they act, if they touchy-feely, if they, want to watch a movie with you, or, just want to hang with you or something to that effect. I just think that women of our age factor, okay, that love language is not, I don't feel it's not in, you know what, I'm speaking for me, I'm speaking for Bonnie.
Right.
It's not in my focus on how to meet a man or be with a man. I really feel that you learn as you go. And as you dating a person, you will learn their love language, but you're not going to know it to try to.
But not to cut you off, but that's the whole idea. Once you learn their love language, you know how to interact with them. And you can only learn that by spending time with them, going out with them, engaging and doing things. So that's the whole idea. And but what he's saying is, once you realize that, now if you've done something one way, now you can switch it up. You can change your focus and do it differently, because now after spending time with him, you have realized what his love language is. What are your thoughts, Wendy?
Yeah, I think that Bonnie might be taking it, and I won't speak for you, Bonnie, but people think that it's just a test, and it is a test for it, but just like all personality tests, it's just revealing what's already in your personality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, some men may not know, some women may not know what their love language is, but if you take that test, it is very clear what your love language is. You'll know for yourself. And if you were to give the test to somebody you were dating, if you would just give them the test, then you can, and they answer it honestly, because Chris didn't quite answer it honestly. You tried to manipulate the test, right? So if they answer it honestly, it will reveal some things that you wouldn't have known, So it's just about being self-aware, I think.
And you know what? Also, when you're dating someone, I think it's kind of a fun little exercise to do together. You just, especially if it's someone that doesn't understand what love languages are, you can explain that to them, and you can both take the test together. And there may be some eye openers, like you said, Wendy, on both parts. So it's something that you can do when you meet someone, not the first date, of course, but as you get to know them. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep this on my radar. I'm really going to keep this on my radar and just see if it does make a difference. Because I don't really think that it has to do with age, Bonnie. I think it just has to do with, are you willing to really learn what this person likes? What keeps them going?
Are you paying attention?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to be intentional about it. Mm-hmm. You have to be intentional, because who's to say if you do that and you find out that his love language is physical touch, and you're there whenever he needs you to be there, whether it's intimacy or whatever. You hug him, he walks to the door, you give him a kiss. I mean, this man might start bringing you flowers every day. You don't know. So I'm just saying that it might be something to that. It might be something to the whole love language thing, after all.
If let's say his love language is acts of service, but you don't like PDAs. What do they call it? PDA? Public.
Public affection.
Yeah, maybe you don't like that. Then you got to know that. Oh, he's gonna want me to hold his hand in public, or you know what I mean. There's certain things that you're gonna have to do in order to speak his love language, and it's not yours. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? If that person is really someone that you want to get to know and spend more time with, you'll make small minor adjustments, because those to me are minor adjustments. You know what I mean? And you might get to the point where maybe you realize you really do like some cuddling. You really do like to hold hands. And if you don't, you sometimes, if it's like I said, someone you really want to be with, you make those small changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have we convinced you, Bonnie?
No. No, because we need to be 50-50. I'm not making no adjustments just to please you. If you don't want to hold my hand in public, then I guess I don't really want to be with you. We need to be a 50-50 on this. Okay, so if our love languages are 25% you and 35% me, let's make that a 50-50 so that we're all in agreement on whatever. No.
But Bonnie, the whole thing is, if your love languages are different and you don't, his love language isn't what makes you feel good. You know, you don't like holding hands in public. You don't want him to walk up behind you and touch your shoulders and, kiss you on the cheek. You don't want it, but that's what he wants from you, but he also gives it to you.
You ever met a guy that's really affectionate or some women call them touchy-feely, they're real affectionate type of guy. That's their love language.
No, I don't want anybody who does things I don't like. I don't want to be, no, if it's not 50-50 on me meeting you and we liking each other to do the same things, then the hell with you. You go to hell. No, and I'm sticking with it.
Okay. That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
Period.
And I'm like,
explanation point.
But you know what, Bonnie, what I will say is that going into it, you know that you don't want that. You know what you don't want. So going into it, knowing that, makes for a better relationship as well. So that's not a bad thing. Not necessarily. But what was, do you guys remember what your love language was?
Acts of service for me.
Oh, that's right. Yours was acts of service.
Yeah.
Bonnie, do you remember yours?
Yeah, mine was like being together, being up under each. No. That.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait a minute. Now you just.
I think it's that touchy-feely thing.
Well, let's see. Was it quality time? Was it quality time?
I mean, both of those came up for me on the top level. Okay. On the bottom level actually was acts of service.
Acts of service
and gifts. That was that was on the bottom of my thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I have to take the test again since Wendy said that I
that would be 3 times for you.
So Bonnie, let me ask you, do you like it?
I don't need you to remember that.
Let me ask you this. Do you like it when a guy brings flowers on the first date? Mm-hmm. You do?
I like a lot of things that are in the acts of love, but the way y'all are saying
that would gifts. That would be gifts.
Okay, yes, but I'm not, but it doesn't have to be all the time. So that's maybe why it was at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. And I like everything that's on that list.
Yeah.
Okay? I just don't want it to be like you
don't need them. This is not what you need.
Right. And I don't want to like give in to you because this is 100% what you like. I just think we need to be on the same accord. Isn't that what it is? You want to grow old with somebody, sit in that rocking chair with somebody, and y'all be, moving in the same direction.
But even when you get older, Bonnie, you still have to make some kinds of concessions in a relationship.
Do I? I think I did that in my life. I don't think I want to do that now. No.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Maybe that's why I'm single. But we will know, but no, we will know when I meet a man. Okay. Because my ex of 13 years is still calling. All my exes still call and try to get with me. So I don't feel like I'm that kind of a person. I'm not, I'm not anything I don't want to be with. So, or give into or something like that. So I find this this particular aspect just not on my radar. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
No, and like I said, as long as you know going into it, it's not for you. That's the most important thing. Hey, ladies, so listen, we are coming to an end. I know. We are coming to an end. You know what? Once again, do you know what your love language is? And does your love language match up with your partner? If you want to take the test, just go online and Google love languages. As you can see, we still have some controversy around our love languages. So we've got some work to do. Don't forget, like us, share us, leave a comment, and please subscribe. We will see you all next week. Hey, ladies, hang around for a second.
Wait, talk
Hey,
about Tuesday.
Oh, you know what? Hey, guys, we are going to be on WJPRG Radio. It is an online radio jazz radio station. It's 7 flavors of smooth jazz. And the host is the one and only Jonathan Young. He's a gentleman that was on with us last week. Once again, that is WJPRJ Radio. It is an online radio. We will be on his show next Tuesday, which is March 8th. We will be on at 7:45. So please check us out. Once again, Tuesday, 7:45, WJRPJ. Check out the ladies of A Silver Lining. We're going to have a conversation with Jonathan. See you all next week. And you know what? Check us out on Tuesday. Don't forget, once again, WJPRJ Radio. Check us out. See you next week, guys. Bye.